Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ashley if you are new. And if you're new, I'm really sorry that you're seeing me this way because I'm a hot mess right now. Like my hair is wet because I just got it washed and threw some mousse in it. Like it is a mess. Like it's a total mess. And then my cat's behind me. I have like 2 to 3 loads of clothes on my bed. My bed's barely made. As you can tell, it's like not really even made very well at all. I have clothes all around me on the banister drying. I have them over here. I have a mound of clothes this high. Like this is how high it is. I still have clothes in the washer. I have clothes waiting to be washed. I just set them on like another spin cycle because they weren't drained all the way of the water because my washing machine completely sucks. But I figured this was a great time to do a laundry chop video, and it's just going to be a laundry chop video where I'm chatting and doing the laundry, where my hair is wet and it's super casual. I'm in my hubby's t-shirt, like, you know, I'm in some little legging shorts, some tight spandexy shorts, and my hubby's t-shirt, and that's the way we're gonna roll with it today. It's just one of those days. Like today we had to get up at the butt crack of dawn. My cat's like scratching at the door. She wants to get out. I had to get up at the butt crack of dawn because I had to be at the orthopedic surgeon's office at 8 o'clock in the morning with all of these children. Do you understand? All 5 of them at the orthopedic surgeon. And my mom met me there, my mom and dad, and they took them to breakfast. But like I had to get up really early, and like I planned all their clothes in advance, and then they moved some of them and lost some of them, and then it was colder than I thought, so it was just, you know, it was just one of those mornings where like you try to plan for it and then your plans are completely just ruined and you have to start over. I didn't have to start completely over, or we never would have made it there, but I did have to like make some changes and fix some things, and I had to find some clothes for Jaren. Because you guys, if you have a blended family, then you already know these struggles. But y'all, we're on the struggle bus when it comes to the fact that we buy him clothes and he always seems to take them to his mom's house and leave them there. And what's so bad is that then he comes back and he wears our clothes here, so I have nothing to send him back in. And sometimes she picks him up from church and he's dressed for church, so he's dressed in our clothes, and then we don't get the clothes back, and then I'm constantly have to buy him more. It's just a struggle. And so half the time, like, I don't even realize he's taken all of those clothes to his mom's until I look and there's nothing. And I'm like, what has happened to all the clothes you have? And he's like, oh, I think they're at mom's. And I'm like, oh boy. And so that's where we're at. It's a struggle. So I am going to have to, I don't know, I'm going to have to keep a better eye on it, I suppose. Hold on a moment. Okay, so anyways, I've got to iron this. This is my table runner that is now like completely smushed and not ironed. And the cat's like, why can't I leave? I just want to get out of here. So anyways, I had to get up and do that this morning, and then of course all the kids are like cranky and they're tired because they had to wake up super early in the morning, and now they just want to like fight. And Jensen and Alark took a decent nap, but the rest of them are just grouchy, and so there's that. And then my hubby is off for the next few days for Christmas, but he had to work like extra long today, and he was like, of course, like the day before my Christmas like vacation or whatever, when we're closed, like they're closed for a few days, and he's like, the day before we're closed, I have like back-to-back like heavier jobs and I'm having to work all day long. And I'm like, oh, poor sad thing. And it cracks me up because he used to have to work Christmas Eve at the car lot, and the day before Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving, the day after Christmas, only get Christmas off. And he used to have to work like super late. They would close early on Christmas Eve, And it would be like 4 or 5 o'clock, and then the day after Christmas they would close early and it would be like 6 or 7. It's just hilarious to me, like, how he forgets all of that. He works long hours, but he usually goes in a lot earlier than he used to, and then he gets off earlier than he used to. So it cracks me the heck up when he starts talking about complaints about how many long hours. Now, don't get me wrong, the physical labor that he does is 5 times the intensity. Like, you know, he worked at a desk before. He was a sales manager at a car dealership, and now he is a independent contractor for United Van Lines, and so he definitely works harder. The money's better, and I feel like the stress level is completely different. So it just cracks me up, like, how he forgets, like, how all the crap from where he used to work, and how much better it is now. So it's funny. But anyways, I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit and kind of catch you up. It's been like a whirlwind of a day. I've gotten a lot of crazy news today, and I can't share it yet, but I will be sharing it before too long. And it's insane, and I'm trying to process everything because I've gotten a lot of different, you know, a lot of things have happened in the past couple of days with, like, our family, and then me, and then, you know, Killian's broke arm. We took him to the doctor today, and you'll probably hear me talk about this like multiple times, but we took him to the doctor today, and he actually has 2 breaks in his arm, not one, and they're kind of connected together. Like, this side of his arm is broken here, and then it goes like this a little bit, but where it almost meets his shoulder is, like, right below his shoulder is just cracked and broken, and it's broken clean through, like, it's crazy. And so I was really worried about that, because when I saw the second break, I was like, oh my gosh, it's something they didn't catch the first time, and my hair's driving me insane. I already want to put it up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's something they didn't catch the first time, and is he gonna need something done to it, and da-da-da. But because of his age, and because of the fact that it's in good alignment, the first appointment that we went to, it was not in alignment. It was actually quite, like, offset, and she said if the offset got any worse, then they might want to do surgery and screws or something to fix it. But it's actually corrected itself, and it's in, like, pretty good alignment. It looks pretty nice. And so I mean, as nice as a broken arm can look, you know what I mean? I'm, like, mixing up the piles. How have I messed this up? Because I don't have an Alaric pile, and that's my problem. Okay, I'm putting Alaric stuff in Killian's pile. No ma'am, no ma'am. She's trying to get up here, and she's gonna knock the camera over. But anyways, it's just been a whirlwind of a day. I've gotten a lot of news, a lot of crazy things, a lot of changes that are gonna happen for the new year, a lot of changes I want to happen. And like I said, I can't share everything, but I will be sharing it soon. And I'm excited about sharing it. I think that I know the direction that all of the things are going to go in, and that excites me. I just hope that I can... I think my hubby's home. I just hope that I can be consistent and be, you know, all of the things, so that we can have a really good year. I mean, that's what I'm hoping, right? Like, I'm hoping that I can be consistent and make sure that I follow through with all of the things I want to follow through with. And I'm sure that some of you are like, you just put up a video the other day about how you were struggling and everything was too overwhelming and blah, blah, blah. And that's true. But I feel like there are some changes that I'm going to try to implement, and I have plans to implement in our family that are going to help me out. And my cat is up here again. Come here, Freya. Why? Just why? Why? She's like, because I want out, that's why. Hold on a moment. Okay, I let her out. Anyways, there are things that I'm going to implement in our household that I think are going to help me out, and I'm hoping it's going to help me out. I am, you know, I'm a little anxious and nervous because I want things to work out the way I want. I always have these big plans and bite off these huge chunks of things that I may or may not be able to chew. And because of that, it can be a little bit like daunting. And I'm like, God, I hope I can do this. But at the same time, I think that I think I can get it done and make it happen. So it's just a matter of sticking with it, and it's a matter of being patient with myself, giving myself some grace, giving my kiddos some grace, and them giving me some freaking help, because that's what it's going to take. And it's also going to take some things that are coming, or changes that are happening are also going to include my husband, like helping me out and doing some of the things, you know what I mean? Because housework is not his forte. They're like wrestling in there, so if they sound like wild banshees, they are. But you know, they're happy wild banshees, and they're playing with the baby. So you know, I'll take the banshees and the screaming because they're being sweet right now. Now it could change, because the play fighting quickly turns, if you have little boys, you know, like quickly turns into not play fighting, and then it's just all out brawl. So if that happens, we'll have to step in and intervene, but otherwise it's okay. So you guys, if you're new to this channel, then I'm sorry. You stumbled onto a very real, very raw, very genuine kind of channel where I don't put full faces of makeup and obviously I don't do my hair. Right now it's drying, so it's just getting poofier and poofier as the minutes tick by. And I'm gonna have to go put some more product in it to get it to calm down, and that's okay. But you stumbled onto Wild and Crazy, big, large family, just normal everyday life. And you know, I used to have these preconceived notions of what like family was supposed to look like, and what households were supposed to look like, and what your children were supposed to look like, and you were supposed to dress them up like models, and you were always supposed to have them dressed to a T, and dressed to the nines, and all of the things, and which there's nothing wrong with any of this that I'm about to say. And your home was also always supposed to be immaculate and ready for visitors, and you should be ashamed of yourself and terribly, terribly embarrassed if it was ever messy, and all of these different things. And then I actually had a family and had children and realized I couldn't make that happen. So then for a while I felt like a complete and absolute failure, right? Like, I'm totally failing at this mom thing. I cannot do it. And then I realized that was a crock of crap, and most people can't do it either. There's only a select few, and that's because that's what they choose to spend their time on, right? Like, they choose to spend their time making their homes beautiful, and making sure that they have beautiful, picture perfect homes, and they spend all day cleaning and cooking and doing. And that's what they love to do. And that's amazing and wonderful. That is, however, not what I love to do. I clean because I have to. I clean because we can't function without me cleaning. I clean because I want to have a clean and nice space. But I don't only do that. And because I don't only do that, it does not stay clean for very long. Because we're homeschooling, and we're playing, and we're messing, and we're doing all the things. And because of that, my house is a mess a lot of the time. And so, you know, that's okay too. It's fine. I've learned to be okay with it. I've learned to clean up the mess as it comes. But sometimes for me, house cleaning can feel very hopeless, because I feel like it's just an never-ending loop and an ever-present thing where I feel like it's always there, it's always waiting, and if my children are in the room for any length of time at all, it's going to be a mess again. And so, you know, I just try to be positive and not think of it that way. I'm the kind of person that if I take the time and effort to do something, I want it to be done. Like, I'm going to do this to the best of my ability. It's going to be scrubbed and beautiful and wonderful. And I expect it to stay like that for more than 5 minutes. However, my expectations are very soon dashed when the children spend 2 minutes in there, because it is completely obliterated. Like Tasmanian devil just came through and attacked it. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm trying. I'm doing the best that I can do. Like right now, there's like this weird plasticky something on this wash rag that I have just washed. So now I have to wash it again. Like, what is that? How did it get there? Nobody knows. Nobody would know. Nobody will know. Nobody has any idea. And so I have to wash it again. It's just those kinds of things that are just like, what the heck is happening? So, anyways, it's been an interesting week. I say week, really the past couple of days. A lot of things have happened. I had some family drama that was like, whoa, blow my mind. I think some of that's still going on. It's just not like, I just don't know about it, but it is happening still. And I just have kind of stepped out of it, so I don't really know exactly what's happening. But that was happening and going on, and I was trying to figure out, whoa, because somehow it revolved around me, but it wasn't because of me. Like, I don't know, it was insane. So I had that happening, and then you know, just different things to do with like planning this next year and plans that we have. And we got, like I said, some news and things of, you know, a couple of different kinds of news. And so my mind is like, whoa, wait a minute, okay. Some of that fits in perfectly with what we were already planning. Some of it not so much. And some of it's just like, what, off the wall. And so I'm just trying to kind of process everything and figure out like, you know, just figure out me, like what's going to work better for me, because this is obviously, some of the things are not working. Ugh. This is Jaren's, I think this must be Jaren's shirt, and it feels, I think this is from his mom's house, and it feels really weird. I don't really understand. I don't know if this is his, because it's a large in men's, and he wears men's clothes, but I wouldn't say he wears a large, so I'm not really sure why that's a large. His mom, like, this is a medium in men's, and this is a large in men's, and his mom bought them both, or somebody from her house, or someone from that side of the family. I don't really know, but it's just like all these sizes confuse the crap out of me, because Joshua wears a large in men's, and I get confused on whose is whose and what is happening. So it's getting more and more confusing to do laundry every single day. This is exactly why I shouldn't do it, because it's just too confusing. I'm just gonna have to let someone else take over. But I have like a big portion of this folded, and guess what that means? That means I can say, hello boys, it's time for you to come and get your pile, and they can go and throw them all over their room, and then I'll have to come in there and fix their clothes, which I do not want to do. So I'm gonna have to give very, very clear, life-threatening, serious instructions so that that does not happen, and, you know, put the fear of God into them so they don't do that. And then they probably still will, and then I'll go fix their drawers, because that's what I do, and Mama does that, and they know it. So, you know, what can I say? I'm guilty. I'm like super guilty of doing everything for them. I've been doing it since Tristan was born. But see, this is my dilemma with that, and I know I'm rambling a little bit, but here's my dilemma with that. My dilemma is that Tristan has age-appropriate chores, right? Age-appropriate things that he can do. Well, on down the line, you know, Jaren when he's here, and then on down the line. So, with that being said, what about their room? Because I know that they can all pick up the toys, but it gets a little hairy, because the youngest one can't clean the whole room by himself and vacuum it up and do all the things. And, you know, what if Tristan didn't make a mess? What if Tristan didn't make a mess in there at all? What if it's really the little one? And how can I tell? Because they're all in there playing and they're all in there doing. And so then it just makes me want to be like, well, I'll just clean it myself. That way there's no unfairness going on. Nobody's having to clean up everybody else's mess all the time, and just creates animosity. Like, why are you always messing up the room and all of this crap? And I don't want to deal with it. So then I just go do it myself. But then I'm not teaching my kids to take care of themselves and be independent and to help out. I'm teaching my kids that it's fine to let your mom do it all or your wife do it all. Like, I'm raising them for their wife, right? And that's what I try to remind myself all the time. Ashley, you're not raising children, you're raising adults. You're raising these kids for their wives. Like, you're raising him for his wife. And that's what I keep trying to tell myself. And it's a really hard lesson to learn because I'm a do-it-yourselfer. I'm oh, this isn't done correctly, I'm just going to do it myself. Oh, this isn't done the way I want it, I'll just do it myself. Or this isn't done fast enough, I'll just do it myself. That's the reason I have been married for 10 years to my husband, and he is spoiled rotten, out of his mind rotten. And so are my kids, and I do it all. And all of it, I mean all of it, all the time. And it's mind-numbing to the point where, you know, now we're 5 kids in and I can't keep up with everything and the things I would really like to do, right? Like event decorating for the church that I do, and, you know, homeschooling, and which obviously has to be done, and junk journaling and planning and videoing and YouTube and all the things. Like, I'm not going to be able to do those things effectively because I'm not relying on my family to help. I'm just trying to do it all. And the more people that are in here, the longer the all list tends to be. And I'm still just one person. And I still only have so much time. But yeah, I'm still adding all of these things. And I can't keep doing it. So I'm trying to learn. It's not an easy lesson for me because, like I said, I'm terrible at asking for help, terrible at accepting help, and terrible at taking a moment for myself and admitting weakness. Like, I can't do this all by myself. You're going to have to help. I'm terrible at it. I'm just not good at that. In my mind, if they wanted to help, they would do it. They obviously don't because they don't. So I'm not going to ask them. And that's just making me crazy. It's not making them crazy. It's making them more spoiled. So I'm going to get better at it. And that's my goal for this year, is to get better at saying, hey, I'm going to need you to put these clothes away. Can you do that for me? Thank you. And then the clothes just get ticked off the list and we just continue to move forward. And there you go. As opposed to, don't they see these clothes need to be put away? How come they're not helping? Well, because you've been doing it all for so long. They know they don't have to help. They know that you're going to do it. And if someone does everything for you and they don't complain about it, they just do it. Why would you help? I wouldn't help. Yes, I would. I could never let someone do everything. I could never let someone do like all the things for me. I would be freaking out. But, you know, they don't care. They think I got it. You got this? Oh, okay, cool. I'm just going to chillax. And I don't got this. I'm dropping the ball. I don't got this. And so that's my goal for 2022, is to say, I don't got this. I need you. We got this. I don't got this. And use the incorrect grammar, because that's what I feel it's going to take. Like, in my mind, that's what it's going to take. Incorrect grammar and all. Like, I don't got this. We got this. See how that's correct? I don't got this. Like, I can't do it. So that's my goal. So anyways, I just wanted to chat. I'm getting to the end of my pile here, and I gotta go. Unfortunately, I have to go add some more clothes to it, and I don't want to, but I have to. So I'm getting to the end of my pile, but I just wanted to chat with you guys. Laundry chat videos are always fun because I can just talk and talk and talk about whatever I want. sometimes I feel like in the vlogs I don't want to make each clip too long, so I'll like shut up eventually. Like, I still don't shut up too much. Are these germs? What are these? Yes. But I feel like I should shut up because the clip is so long and I don't want one clip to be too long. But in laundry chats, I can just talk about whatever I want and babble on and on forever about frizzy hair, like that's getting frizzier by the moment. I'm gonna have to like put it up and do some stuff to it and make it cuter because it's just failing miserably. But you know, that's what happens with semi-wavy, not curly, but wavy, but not straight, but nothing, knows not what it is, but isn't anything it should be kind of hair. And, you know, we just got to work with it the best we can. But I'm trying not to straighten my hair very much because my hair has so much regrowth from having a child that it's struggling. It's on the struggle bus and it's trying to grow back, and I don't want more to break off from heat damage, so I'm trying to just be sweet to it, and it's very difficult, and my husband loves it long, and it's annoying. I don't love it long. I hate it. I don't hate it long, but I hate messing with it, you know? But I'm going to stop babbling now. Like I said, my pile is almost done. And these are stained and they're never going to be unstained, so I might as well give up. I've washed them like 4 times and they're stained. They're not coming back from that, you know? They just didn't make it back, bless their heart. So I'm going to go ahead and get these clothes put away, rally my children to put them away, and then I'm going to get another load. And then, excitingly enough, I'm going to organize this craft area I got going on here, and that's what I want to do for the rest of the evening because I want to film tomorrow a craft, how I store my crafties things. So thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for joining me in Vlogmas, and I'll see you guys next video. Bye guys.